The map Pool Party is truly the pinnacle of pixel gun 3D gameplay. If you are an iPad kid like me, you will find yourself craving the instant gratification of getting as many kills as possible, as quickly as possible. And Pool Party will grant you the lovely blend of, I'm so good because I just got 30 plus kills, and I need to go to the hospital because my hand is shattered in 3 different places because I hit my desk just a little bit too hard. Because I'm smarter than 100% of the pixel gun player base, I realized that Pool Party is really just a bloodbath and a competition to see who can get as many kills as possible in 4 minutes. When so many people are crammed together in a tight space, all you really need to do is shoot and eventually you'll get a kill. Basically, there is no skill or strategy needed to play this map unless you're smart, like me, and you want to know how you can be the best at Pool Party. When playing on this map, you'll be in one of 3 categories. Slightly annoying, which are the single cat spammers, more annoying, the 3 cat spammers, or these guys. Many people will argue that heavy spam is the best way to win a Pool Party game. However, if you're good enough in one of these categories, you can still beat the other categories. For example, one time I was heavy spamming, for points of course, and I still lost to someone who was clearly T1 deathmatch player. Once you have found what category you think you would be good at, it is important to recognize that positioning can actually win you the game. Typically, depending on what category you are, you will stick to one of 3 regions in Pool Party. The first area is what I like to call the pit. The pit is essentially the area around the pool and the hot tubs that is on ground level. This is where bots play, and where you can actually get pretty good gameplay while spamming a single weapon. The next area is the roof, and this is where the 3 cat players go. Typically, you will need a rocket jump weapon to get on the roof, which is good because now most likely players will have a rocket jump heavy instead of a spamming heavy, unless you're 7. Also, single weapon spamming becomes harder to do as 3 cat players have a huge damage advantage. That is, if their aim is good enough. And unlike the pit, there isn't any cover to keep you hidden, so you'll have to fight back. Unless you're good enough or have high DPS, typically a single category spammer will lose against the 3 cat spammer in open terrain. This is why me, being the intellect that I am, will avoid these areas at all costs. The last area to talk about is the underside. This is where heavy spammers thrive because it's almost impossible to dodge their rockets. A lot of people will think that using a grapple weapon to get out of the underside is, quote, pro, when in reality they're just unwilling to accept that they died to yet another sock bomber spammer. Typically, heavy spammers like to stay in the underside because of their range and damage advantage, similar how they like to avoid all contact with the human species. Weapon choice will also be pivotal to your gameplay and performance. If you go with the single category spam such as primary spam or special spam, it's usually a good idea to pick the weapons that give you the highest DPS possible and then equip an extra point set along with it. You could also equip other weapons for support, such as that one sniper and heavy that restore full health, Sly Wolf, or a healing melee. If you decide to 3-cat, well, you just have to figure that out for yourself, because the second I say anything about 3-cat gameplay, I'll get at least one comment saying that I should be executed for my crimes against pixel gun simply because I said harsh punisher is better than heavy sniper. Nah, I'm just kidding, I'll give you some advice. Typically, when 3-cat spamming, your special weapon should have no delay at all, such as Necklace of the Ice King or Poison Darts. However, if you're more evolved like me, use Electromagnetic Cannon. The rest of the setup depends on your preference, but if you're a true 3-cat spammer, your sniper should have no input delay, or your backup should have no output delay, so you can switch from the sniper to the special to the backup, then back to the sniper. Or again, if you're more evolved like me, just equip random weapons and see what happens. If you're really good like me, you can melee switch, which means after every shot you switch to the melee category to negate any delay between weapons. Here's a professional example, side by side a slow-mo example, so that way you guys can follow along, because again, I'm smarter than you and can process things faster. If you are a heavy spammer, the way I see it, you have one of 4 options. Invincible Line if you're a Chad, Sock Bomber if you're a Skittle, Christmas Ultimatum if you're under the age of 11, and this loadout if you were dropped on your head as a child. I hope this video was informative, and you should let me know what map I should do next in the comments.